Hello, everybody. This is Rev Sue Frederick, and I have an important message for everybody today. Today is our Angel Patreon group, and I was sitting down to channel in the angel writing that I always do, the angel message, before I start these meetings. And right away, they started writing to me that I needed to step it up in these groups and go back to the 33 days of angelic wisdom class. And I asked them, what are the logistics? How do I do that if I'm only meeting this group once a month? And they said, well, you start today and then we'll show you the rest of how it's supposed to be, which is that made me validate that it was from the angels because, they didn't give me this plan. They just said, trust us, start today, and then we'll show you what needs to happen. So, with their blessing, we are going to start today doing day one, the call to rise from the 33 days of angelic wisdom. And I'm recording this so that I can send it out to people. And I'm really hoping that more and more people who've requested that I do this class again can jump in and join us when we're doing this in Patreon. So, before I do that, I want to tell you a quick angel story that made my week. And then I'll do the soul teaching from day one of the 33 days. So, my angel story is that I have macular degeneration. I've told you guys this before, I'm pretty sure. And I have the kind that there's no cure for, which means my vision is getting worse all the time. And I have researched it and I found this alternative healing using red light. It's used in Europe, and there's only a few places in this country that is using red light for healing, or not healing, but hopefully stopping macular degeneration. And I love red light frequency, light and color and sound, and everything is the future of medicine. It's all about vibrational shifting. So I signed up for this at the Global Retina Institute. And the first day I was there, they did so much testing that was more extensive than anything they had done at, at the place where I had had my cataract surgery and other stuff. I mean, that it's all so advanced now, right? So they were showing me everything on these big images on the screen. And then I had my first treatment. And the human body, no matter how good we feel about things, the human body will react with stress when there's something new happening, a new treatment or a new doctor or a new test. The human body is just programmed to kind of go, uh-oh. And so I'm sitting down for my first red light eye treatment in front of this machine. And the tech puts on music on a table next to the machine. And I have to back up and tell you that in 1972, I was living in Columbia, Missouri. It was actually a very happy, sweet, innocent time in my early 20s. Um, I was quite, I think, like 20 or 21 years old. Um, um, and I worked in the morning as a Montessori school teacher for preschool kids, which I loved. And to make up extra money, I worked in the evenings at a fabric store, which I actually loved because I was sewing and kind of loved being around the fabric. It was this sweet little moment in my life. I had this boyfriend that I was living with named Jeff. And one day I'm riding the city bus to the fabric store job. And I get on, and I always would sit in the front. And there's this beautiful bus driver driving the bus. And he turns on his radio. He's got his radio cranked up. It's propped up on the dashboard. This was 1972 or so. And my a song comes on called Sarah Smile. I think it's Seals and Croft. I can't ever remember the names of the musicians, but it's called Sarah Smile. And that song comes on, and as he's driving, he's singing with this gorgeous baritone voice that he had, and he's rocking out. He's like, he's driving safely, but he's doing his little dance moves. And I just kind of joined in singing with him because it was so fun and so sweet. And so here we are in Columbia, Missouri, 1972, in this city bus, rocking out to this beautiful song, Sarah Smile. And it was a moment for me. It was a heavenly moment of feeling lifted out of my physical world, my two jobs, my little life in Columbia, Missouri, and just feeling this bigger, unconditional love of the angels of the heavenly realm singing Sarah, smile. And and that's a moment I've always remembered. Now, don't forget, this was like 1971 or 2, and here I am now, it's 2026, and that moment stands out for me in crystalline detail, which always means that it's a transcendent gift from the angels, a transcendent moment. Um, Fast forward to I'm 43 years old, have never been able to have children, and find out that I'm pregnant and have a dream, and a little girl comes to me and says, and I say, "What is your name?" And she says, "Something soft like Sarah." And so it validates that whole moment that I had in the bus, in a way telling me, "Oh, you're going to have this little girl someday. It may be a while, but her name will be Sarah." And so I'm sitting in the eye doctor's office this week getting my first red light treatment, kind of nervous. Um, the tech puts on the music, and you guys know what I'm gonna say. That song, Sarah Smile, came on from the 70s on their music. And I'm just sitting there getting chills everywhere, like the angels validating for me that I'm doing the right treatment, that they're with me, that this experimental red light treatment is going to help my eyes. And I got chills all over my body. I knew it was a message from the angels. And I just couldn't wait to tell you all about it because the angels are always giving us these beautiful signs like this. That crystalline moment in 1972 of Sarah's smile coming on the radio and the bus driver singing it as we drove along became a message from the angels repeated again and again when I got pregnant, telling me, yes, it's Sarah. And then now telling me, yes, this is the right treatment. You're okay. We're with you. So this is just an example of the beautiful signs and synchronicities that we're all given in this earth life to show us that they're with us, that we're on path. So thank you for listening to that that angel sign. And now I'm going to start with day 1 of our 33 days of angelic wisdom. Day 1 is called the call to rise. And it says, "You did not come to this lifetime to stay small. You came to rise, to remember that you are a soul in human form, here on assignment, to live each day with a courageous heart. The heaviness you feel, the confusion, the pain, it's the soul's invitation to awaken. You are being called to a higher frequency of living, to align with the divine light that is your true nature. This is the beginning of your ascension, a sacred yes to the call of your soul. You are not just guided by angels, you are becoming one. You are not just guided by angels, you are becoming one." And our channel message from the angels: "Beloved one, we have always walked beside you through every tear, every triumph, every fearful moment. Do you see what a validation this is? That day one's channeled message is saying that they're with us in every fearful moment. And I just shared that story from the eye doctor. Your soul wrote this sacred plan long ago, and now you stand at the threshold of remembrance. Let us lift you. Let us lift you. Let us show you the light that has always been within you. The call to rise is not a test, it's your return to higher self. The call to rise is not a rest, it is your return to higher self. And then our meditation, the breath of remembrance. Close your eyes and take a deep inhale through your nose. As you exhale through your mouth, whisper silently, I remember my soul's purpose. Repeat this breath and mantra. Let your body soften. Let your soul speak. Let's do this now together. Quiet, quiet our minds. Take a breath. Close your eyes. I remember my soul's purpose. Again, I remember my soul's purpose. One more time. I remember my soul's purpose. Breathe into that sweetness. Breathe into that wisdom. Accept it as true. Okay. So we have an angel writing prompt, and I don't know if you have writing material with you today, but if you can pull up a pen or a paper, this is a good way to get an answer to whatever question is in your heart, or you can write on your computer. The angel writing prompt is, Angels, what situation in my life do I need to view differently today? That's a really good one. Angels, what situation in my life do I need to view differently today? Allow their loving perspective to come through your pen. Write freely. So spend a moment writing whatever comes to you from this prompt. Angels, what situation in my life do I need to view differently today? Let it flow through you. Get your answer. And here is your second angel writing prompt. Ask the angels, what in my life is calling me to step forward into my higher self? How do I answer the call? What in my life is calling me to step forward into my higher self? How do I answer the call? Write whatever you receive. How do I answer the call? Well, I got some answers pretty quickly. Um, and I'll share some of what I got, and then I'm going to ask if any of you would like to share. Um, on the first prompt, angels, what situation in my life do I need to view differently today? The answer was so quick. Your health challenges. To not let them keep messing with my mind and causing me fear, that there are chances of acceleration, opportunities to constantly remember my divine soul plan is in charge, and to constantly remember that the angels are always with us and around us. And so that's what I got in my writing for the first angel writing prompt. For the second one, what in my life is calling me to step forward into my higher self? Well, I got this. I'll just read it to you. Remember, your soul wrote the soul plan and the divine timing for you to be on earth at this time. There are no accidents. You have an enlightening role to play. Do not get bogged down in the details, in the difficulties of the earth world and the earth body. You already know that the view from your ego, your human self, is toxic. Remember, shift into the soul's view with our help. We are beside you. It is a simple breath, a simple song, and you are lifted into our arms. Thank you, angels. Did anyone else get anything they would like to share from that angel writing prompt?
Can
Susie.
share. The first one, it says, you are love. You're here to share the love and experiences. But most important is not to just for everybody else, it's for yourself. And the second one is not to be so judgmental of yourself.
These are for
The
all of
be
us, Susie. These are
be
great.
be kind and just give yourself so much love. Don't be so hard on yourself.
Oh, I think we can all take that message from the angels. That's beautiful. Does anyone else have one they'd like to share?
I share. Even if I have to.
Carla, is that Carla speaking? Who's speaking? Is that Annette speaking?
Annette, Annette, you can go
Okay,
Okay,
first.
good.
caller.
No, no, Annette, you can go first.
All right, somebody go.
Okay. So,
You go first.
okay, thank you, Annette. So for the first, this is my first time here, so I don't know how to do automatic writing. So for the first one, what do I need to view differently today? I wrote, finally, to learn how to love myself.
Yes. Boy, that's a theme today, right?
Mhm. I don't know how to do this.
You're
And
doing it, Carla, so obviously you know how to do it.
well, I'm aware that I need to do it. The how is the problem,
Right.
and how do I answer the call? I wrote to lose fear and to believe in myself.
Well, there you go. That's called automatic writing. Automatic writing is simply writing quickly without worrying about what it says, and it comes through quickly, so you don't edit it, you don't pause it. And the more you do it, the better you are. And now that we've started our 33 days, you're going to have a chance for 33 classes to get very comfortable with your automatic writing. And
Yeah.
this is all from my journal book.
I have it over there on the sofa. Sorry.
Perfect. Yeah. So, doing that at home alone, even when you don't have the pressure of a class to talk to, just do it on your own. It's amazing. And the more you trust it, the more this extraordinary guidance comes through. for each of us. But because we're here in a class together today, of course, it has meaning for all of us. So, Annette, share yours with us.
I have the sense I'm a little bit rusty. I don't know. I have,
Self-doubt, Annette, that's called self-doubt.
yeah, that's called self-doubt. I think because I'm in my year 8 and my assertion of power and not to elaborate on it, but have been felt like being rolled over quite a bit. I wanted to do the assertion this year, and that's all on the earthly plane, but with the help of the angels, of course.
But
So what?
also remember, Annette, that owning your power happens first with the soul stepping in
Yes,
and giving you the guidance you need, not your human mind.
not my human battling mind.
Right.
I'm in the moment, and yes. So thank you for putting this on today. It was just perfect. If there's any good timing, then it is today.
Yeah. Well, the angels made it quite clear this is what they wanted. So,
Yeah, and it's so interesting because in the last days I was out of my midst, sort of, because I was battling the earthly onslaughts, you
yes,
know,
yes.
and had to deal with crazy letters and accusations and all that stuff. And then lifting out of it was I started to take my swords out and going wild. And and then I gave everything over to my husband, who's not communicating because it was no longer possible. I didn't even communicate, but with them. But my nervous system was out of control. I mean, I was going. So
That's the human mind, man.
that's the human mind,
Yep.
and I'm highly aware of it.
Yeah.
So I said, like, well, I'm really looking for support and healing of my nervous system through the angels. But I really do need that energy, that divine energy with me again, because I got lopsided there with awareness, but still I was like, oh, how can you? And then despite that, what will I do? I will answer the call with clarity and warmth in my heart, without being getting into this, being overrun by this earthly details.
That's the hard part of being here, right? We're in physical bodies, we're in physical relationships with family and friends and everything. We live in a house with physical things that we have to do.
Yeah,
And yet, all of that will drive us insane if that's all we're focusing on. And in this moment of collective consciousness that we're in, the energy is so hyper shifted up right now that
on top of
everybody is on tilt, and that it's not just you,
right
it's all of us. And we all have different reasons for being on tilt. You know, you have your family dramas, I have my health. I'm sure Carla and everybody else on the call have their reasons, of why they're feeling on tilt. But the perfect thing is that there's only one solution, no matter what is putting us on tilt. It is the angels shifting our frequency, feeling their guidance, writing what they're telling us to do, acknowledging the signs that are coming to us all the time. I can guarantee you, Annette, that when you sit down and start writing about your family problems, there's going to be so much guidance coming through. If you're not thinking about it too much, let it flow through you. And then also look for the signs and validations that you're doing the right thing, whether it's a song or a repeating angel number. We start the class Monday of signs, synchronicities, and divine guidance. I hope you all are joining us. It's Monday at 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. And we're meeting for 6 weeks doing these practices of connecting for the signs, trusting the guidance. It is so available to us. It's like the air we breathe. And yet we get caught in the monkey mind, in the human self, which is a dark place.
Yeah, I have seen a lot of signs recently. I was out, sort of out of it, and missed this thing, and then like 3 days ago, or 3, 4 days ago, it started to be again my 33s and 11s,
Oh, good.
and I saw my absolutely Hamburg Süd truck again. And this time, which I see only once a year
Yeah.
or something. It's
Yes.
very rare, but that's my sign. Always getting on the way to the dentist. And I felt like, I can't believe it. I was struck by lightning. I was
That's
like, I
so
could not
good.
believe it. Just when I had my question, I said, is this going the right direction? Always when I ask, this
Yes.
truck comes by, this Hamburg Süd, because that's where I was born. No? So, and it's my old harbor truck. I know this with a big container on it. And
Yeah.
this was a vintage one on top of it. I've never seen it before. It was like, I almost had to stop driving. It was
That's
like
so
so bad.
good.
So I'm back on track.
All
I
right.
think so.
Well, the good news is it's not that hard for us to get back on track, and that's the whole point of these classes is as soon as we shift our focus by doing a meditation or, talking about the angels or doing automatic writing, we're shifted. It's not like we have to meditate or pray for 24 hours. It's like the energy is so precise now and so intense that the minute we go, okay, let me try to look at this in a different way, it arrives, the shift happens. And we all know that that really beautiful prayer is so easy to use. Angels, help me, heal me, lift me, love me. Angels, help me, heal me, lift me, love me. And instantly we're brought into that higher frequency. And yeah, we got to do it every day. Yeah, we can't just do it one day of the week and go, okay, I'm good now. And that is part of our human dilemma is that we think, okay, well, I did all this stuff in class the other day. I'm good. I need to tend to my earth life now. Nah, every moment that you're tending to your earth life, you also have to be asking for the signs and the guidance and shifting up. I personally love it that when the angels told me today I needed to start doing this class, I had already planned to share with you all the story of the Sarah Smiles song that came today, this week during my treatment. And the message that the angels gave us today was, Beloved one, we have always walked beside you through every tear, every triumph, every fearful moment. You know, can't forget this, people. Every fearful moment, we are not alone. Yes, Marcia, can you unmute, sweetheart?
Yes, I can. And just thank you so much. I'm sorry I was late. I, things are crazy here. My condo is still not ready. But anyway, so I didn't do the automatic writing today, but on Wednesday, I was feeling really out of sorts. And went back and reviewed my personal year. Uh, a little pity party for a moment. This is a 3 year. And I'm like, this isn't fun. This isn't exciting. But then looked at my pinnacles, cycles, and did some journaling. And what came up was my soul is fine, but physically I'm struggling. But that was just really reassuring.
Yeah. Your soul is always fine, Marcia. And that's what I have to tell myself in all these doctor's appointments as well, is my soul is completely fine in this moment. Um, and the body is the greatest vehicle for our evolution because it's always going to bring us challenges and gifts. And the way we work with those things is determines how we shift our frequency or if we let it crush us and bring us down into our negative self. And as we get older, that's especially true. The lessons come fast and hard of the physical self because our soul is determined to accomplish the mission before we cross over. And the mission is to live in full alignment with the angels, the love, the compassion, the wisdom, the God source, more focused on that than we are on the physical details of our challenging earth lives. So do not worry. if you're even over the age of 50, these things are going to come at you in some way, especially as women. Women's bodies begin to shift dramatically in our 50s, hormonal changes and things like that. But it's a gift of awakening if we can begin to work with it that way and not just, become the people who go, all right, now I've got this drug and this medication and this surgery, I'm going to this doctor. That's the earth world. Instead, say, here's what my soul is trying to help me evolve into. And I can say for me, what my soul is trying to evolve into right now is that I have to overcome fear. It's like I'm in my 70s and the angels are saying, girl, if you haven't overcome fear by now, you're not stepping up to who you came to be. So, yeah, we'll throw this thing into your life about blindness. But guess what? If I can't see the details of the earth world, what do you think that does for me? It shifts my focus, like it or not, to the angels, to the higher realms, to my particular eye problem eliminates the face of people, the center of the vision. And instead, I see the peripheral, the aura, the colors, the shapes. This is heavenly. This is the angel world being revealed to me. So every health thing we go through has some higher focus, some higher meaning, some higher purpose to it. And that's our free will. If we're going to shift into that or stay in our human self, that can be very pitiful if we allow it to be. All right, my beloveds, how about we go? Oh, there's an action step to raise our vibration. This is our homework, and that is speak this intention out loud 3 times today. I choose to rise. Oh, this is a good one. I choose to rise into the awareness of my higher soul. So just keep yourself muted, but say it with me. I choose to rise into the awareness of my higher soul. Take a breath. I choose to rise into the awareness of my higher soul. Again. I choose to rise into the awareness of my higher soul. What could be better than that? Ah, thank you, angels. I tell you what, you guys, I've said this before, but when I wrote these books, I was not writing these books. The angels were writing these books because every time I go through them, it shifts my frequency. It changes me. I'm so grateful to the angels for this. All right, so now we're going to do a little guided meditation into the heavenly realms, and we'll see where they take us today. So I'm going to keep you all muted. Get this going up here. I have a new camera, so it's a little bit harder to get my view stuff adjusted. All right, now we're going to take 3 deep breaths. Inhale 1, inhale 2, inhale 3. And in this moment, we already feel the circle of angels standing around each of us, our beautiful, beloved beings of love and light that always surround us in the earth realm. We're nodding at them, saying, thank you. I'm aware of you now. I'm sorry that I forgot. I'm sorry that I forgot you were with me. Thank you for your patience, angels. Now, where would you like to take me today, angels? And so they come and lift up our bodies, travel us with our souls, travel our light beings through time and space, no limitations. Where are they taking us today? And now we find ourselves sitting on a glorious mountaintop. It's filled with green meadows of flowers sloping down to a gorgeous lake. But we're staying at the top with the angels. And the angels are showing us the view from this higher perspective. And as they turn your head to look down the mountain slope, you keep following the focus down the green field of flowers, the gorgeous blue crystal lake, down further into the towns and villages that live at the lower altitudes. And now you see people living in their homes, walking through their streets. You see their focuses on those earth details. The angels are showing you how silly that behavior is. Now they're showing you one of those people taking a breath and looking up and saying, "Embrace me, angels." And you're watching now as all these beings of light wrap that person in love, shift their energy, pull them into the light, and you're seeing them experience healing of body, mind, and soul in that moment. And so now the angels are telling you that's what we do for you when you allow it in your earth life. The angels are saying, yes, you can always focus on your earthly details. Keep your head down. Fall into the drudgery, the fear, the worry. But we are with you, and we answer every call. We answer every moment of heart-opening request. So now they're flying you around again, flying you into the heavenly realms, flying you back to remember your home. Again, they're bringing you to the circle of stone benches where all of your ancestors are gathered. All of your departed loved ones are here. And they're all wrapped in love. They're all immersed in their own higher soul because they're in the heavenly realm where there is nothing but higher soul wisdom and unconditional love. And right now you are with them in these heavenly realms. Let your departeds come up and assure you that all is well with your soul and always have been. Your departeds are hugging you. They're saying, yes, I still love you. I'm still here with you. Feel their love. Feel their frequency of joy. They know how hard it is in the earth world. But they say, let me be your doorway to the divine. Call my name when you need to be lifted, and I'll come right away, bringing you to these heavenly realms of love. Look around at your circle of departed beloveds, all here so young and healthy and happy looking, so filled with joy and unconditional love for you. It doesn't matter what your relationship was with them on the earth world in their final days or years. Now you see them in their own higher soul frequency of love, saying, yes, of course, I love you. Yes, of course, I'm with you. Yes, of course, I care about you. Oh my God, how could you doubt it? They say. How could you possibly doubt my love? Breathe into that sweetness. And you can ask them now, were you with me last week when I had that moment of fear, that moment of struggle? Did you come to me? Listen to their response. Thank them. Thank them for coming to you. Thank them for their loving assistance in your earth life. And now standing behind them, you see the golden light of the angels wrapped around all of you. The angels play the biggest role in all of this. They orchestrate your interventions. They orchestrate your moments of ascension. They orchestrate your connection to your departed. Feel them now. This is your enormous team of helpers, your departed beloveds, your angel team. And now feel the overwhelming love of the God Source pouring into you, reminding you you are always part of the God Source of love, never disconnected, never unimportant, never separated from God, always flowing in that unconditional love. Say, thank you. I remember it now. I remember. Yes. And hug your beloved departeds, thank them, and say, all right, as I go back to my earthly life now, I will remember and trust that you are on my team, helping me with every breath. And angels, I will remember that you never abandon me, that I will not live the earth world with my head down in the minutia, the problems, the pain, the struggle, the details. I know that's not where the light lives. It's not what I'm meant to focus on. I remember now that when I shift my focus to the higher beings, they solve my earth problems for me. They bring me healing of the body, mind, and soul. They take care of the earth details that are overwhelming me. It is not my job to be focused relentlessly on those things. Thank you, angels. I know you're taking care of it, and so it is. And now we come back into our earth bodies. Take a breath. again. And say how grateful we are that it is so easy to shift into these heavenly realms and feel their love, feel their support, feel their presence. A simple shift of focus. And so it is. Thank you all so much for being with me today. You've truly shifted my focus, and the angels are so magnificent, magnificent and consistent in their showing up for us. So I will post on Patreon when we're having our next angel meeting. I have to sort it out with my calendar, but I'm quite sure the angels are going to help me with it. And then we'll have our next angel meeting. And as always, I'll be sending this recording out to everyone afterwards in case you've missed it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Love you all so much.
Thank you, Sue. Love you all.
Thank you.
May I say something?
Yes.
Thank you so much for doing this, because you've done this last year. I think it was November, December, and January. And I had my mom with Alzheimer's at home, and I was taking care of her. But this was when I joined Angels and Numbers I believe it was in April.
Yes.
April. This is what I wanted. It was the 30 days meditation or something. I don't know the name right now. Sorry, because I'm a little bit nervous.
Your wish is my command.
And I was, you cannot, and I didn't know it even, because I kept seeing, these little videos on YouTube, and it said below 33 angel meditation, something like this. And I said, where does this come from? And I said, okay, if she's not, because you were very tired, you were all very tired. It was very early in the morning.
Yes, it was.
Yes, I can remember. And then I said, okay, now they are getting, they're getting some rest. But when I saw Angels and Numbers, I said, okay, it's numerology. I don't care. It's angels. I'm going to dive right in.
Well,
And
I love what you're saying, Carla, because I've talked to all my people about when we could do this class again, and they would say, I want to do it. And I would look at my calendar and I'd go, I can't fit it in every morning. My calendar is more packed than ever, and I can't even make it earlier because my body can't handle that. And I just kept saying, all right, angels, give us the answer. And today, man, they gave us that answer.
Unbelievable.
It's in our Patreon group, and we'll make it happen.
You stick it together.
Thank you. Grateful for that.
Thank you so much. What a great idea.
Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Bye.
you, everyone. Love.
Bye.